welcome to Willie the Bam Johnson's Secret of a Complete Martial Artist, doing COVID-19 and the violence, the rioting, and all the things that are happening right now in our world today. To become a complete martial artist is about developing the mind, the body, and the spirit of a champion. A champion in all areas of our life. A champion in serving God. A champion in your family. A champion in your community. And a champion in your business that stands on the foundation of God, family, and community. I began writing this book in 1989 in a prison cell when I was so low. I had hit rock bottom, and I was in Baltimore City Jail, begging and pleading with God to make this stop. The choices I had made leading up to that point, after suffering so much negative despair that no kid should ever have to suffer, beginning at the age of 6, and seeing so much violence and feeling so lost and so out of place. The only thing that empowered me and helped me was seeing Bruce Lee's movie, The Chinese Connection. On that screen, I did not see Bruce Lee. I seen me. I seen a person that can take a stand at a young age for kids that was probably suffering just like me. And all we wanted to do, and I know I did at that time, was to express myself. To be all what I felt inside of my heart and my soul, my creative expression of whatever God wanted me to express. And that gave me hope and gave me joy. So in that jail cell, in 1989, I pulled out a piece of paper and I begged and pleaded with God. After choosing to flush the drugs that I got locked up with, and I could have begun to keep taking and try to sell, to continue on with the insanity, instead I made a choice. It's interesting. During these times of uncertainty, COVID-19, the violence, you turn on the internet, people are beating up women. People are disrespecting policemen. Policemen are fighting and hurting and taking lives. It's so chaotic. But these are things that I talk about in my book. I witnessed and experienced firsthand. And I had to fight so hard to express myself in a peaceful and loving way, so I can be a living example for the next generation of children, to give them hope, to let them know that you can be all you want to be. You don't have to go through the insanity that enslaved me. Enslaved me since I was the age of 6 years old. My mission is to continue to push and strive so children can see that in the midst of all this insanity right now today, it's important that we find creative solutions to give them a sense of hope, faith, possibilities. As adults and leaders, we can no longer abandon our responsibility to show them good examples and be the beacon of light and hope, not the reinforcement of violence and insanity. As I ask myself this question, as my son Messiah asked me a question one day during all this negative despair, Dad, have they found a cure for corona? No, son. Well, geez, these people are not practicing social distancing, Dad. Children can see, just like I seen. Well, I just responded, and I went inside myself, and I became a rebel. A rebel for a cause that I thought was the only cause was available. And that was the cause that brought about the negative choices that I made.